Why am I doing this? Oh man, okay, hello everyone. So for today's video, I'm going to be using a moveset, and I use that term in the biggest quotation marks possible because for this moveset, I just have Audacious Laugh. Fantastic. So just in case you don't know what Audacious Laugh does, if you use it and it's successful, all it does is it slows your opponent down. That is it. It doesn't do any damage on them, it doesn't poison them or anything like that. But I do think it is a permanent thing, unless of course you use, I think there's a fighting pose that can cure it, or of course an item, or I guess if you're in team battles, if you get knocked out then revived, I think that will cure it. But as far as I know, it is a permanent thing, unless of course you do one of those three things I just mentioned. I believe the item that you can use to cure yourself from those like status ailment things, I believe it's the Mr. Shape Up capsules. Like there's the small, medium and large, I think. I can't remember if there's a Z one, but yeah, just in case. Like, I mean, I've never had to use one. I think I used it once in Xenoverse 1 and that's it. So this guy picks God of Destruction Champa from, of course, Xenoverse 6. I mean, I recorded this fight on the 12th of October, so the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super was episode 110, so I don't know if you picked him because Champa's been, well, Xenoverse 6 has been featured quite a bit, like, you know, Champa, Vados, and I forget the name of the Kai. I was just trying to think, I forget the name of what their, you know, Supreme Kai is. But yeah, they've been featured quite a bit, if like in this tournament of power. So there you go for stamina break. I did try and vanish there. I don't know if that's an inescapable stamina break. I mean, no one uses Champa. It's one of those characters that people wanted, but no one picks. You know, it's like the same for Janemba, as I've mentioned in the Janemba video when I got the 11th spot in the Janemba, well, Super Villain Janemba character exclusive World Tournament from a few weeks ago, as of this recording. So there I go for a stamina break, and because it should have hit him, and I was expecting to hit him, I went for Audacious Laugh. Damn, okay, so I do have low health now, so at least I've got the Zenkai boost, I guess. So he's got enough stamina. I go for another light stamina break, and it didn't work, but I did get the Audacious Laugh off, so that's great. So we've got, well, he's got no stamina, but I've got no health. Yes, I've got like, what? Well, almost 5 bars of key. Audacious Laugh takes 1 bar to use. Great, whatever. So I think he may be, you know, trying to get a bit cocky or something here, but I break his guard here. I just go for, I believe it's just 2 heavy Mao-Sang combos, and I'm charging up the energy blast here, the basic rush volley, and yeah, that's going to finish that guy off. I do think he was kind of trying to troll me, but unfortunately for him, it didn't, you know, work out as intended. I should also mention that all of these fights are going to be a mix between both player and rank battles, with and without limitations. So this one now, this is a rank battle with limitations on, and this guy picks Super Saiyan Gogeta, or of course just Super Gogeta. Damn, okay, so also the superstar I'm using, in case you didn't see at the start, it's the Wick superstar, the Very Well I Shall Return Time, which I need that for this moveset, well, for this moveset, quote unquote moveset, because just in case you don't know again what this does, when you get a perfect block, it will recover not a ton, but a, you know, quite a respectable amount of your health. And of course, as you just saw right there, it changes your basic charge ki blast to the homing ki blast. So yes, can be very useful. Now, I've been thinking about doing a themed moveset video based around, you know, like debuffing attacks. For example, Audacious Laugh, the 4th form Cooler Super Soul, the damn it, was it the Real Hell Will Begin Here? I think that's what it's called, which when you use it, it changes your charge ki blast into the paralyzed ki blast, and it poisons your opponent and also slows them down, which is very useful. You know, the poison part to slow down, maybe, I don't know, but I'll talk about that in a moment. And like, what else could you use? Secret Poison, Innocence Bullet, I think. So if you guys want to see that, do let me know. I did do a poison moveset a while ago. I can't remember if I used Audacious Laugh there or not, but again, if you guys want to see, you know, like a nerf, well, not nerf, like a debuff, you know, sort of themed moveset, just let me know, guys, because that could be pretty fun to do. Okay, so he goes for Ki Blast Cannon now. I see it, so I go for the light stamina break and immediately go for Audacious Laugh. It didn't work because he's just like spamming stat vanish. I mean, it's kind of, well, it is my fault because I should have gone for the heavy stamina break to force him to stand still. But yeah, so I mean, right now he's got his stamina recharge, and he got, well, he got essentially, no, actually, it was a completely free stamina reset. So that does stick for me because, of course, Super Gogeta has a ton of stamina. I mean, yes, so do I, but when I haven't got any evasive or any, you know, supporting attacks, like, I don't know, even if I had future Super Saiyan, that would be great. You know, he makes this moves that it just sucks, man. Like, I forget which moveset it was. It was the last video I did that was like just using one attack. Was it the Stone Bullet one, or I think there's one after that. I forget which one it was actually. But I said in that I need to stop doing these sorts of videos because I'm just killing myself. I really am. Like, there's so many failed attempts, but in my opinion, in those fights, which is boring because this guy picked Super Saiyan Blue Goku, just used Infinite. I did beat him. Actually, I'm not sure if that's going to be in this video or not, but yeah, just when stuff like that happens, I rarely show those fights because I just don't think it'll be fun to commentate or to watch. That's why I don't really show those sorts of fights, or when people cheese. I mean, to be fair though, it doesn't really happen to me that much, but whatever. So there I go for the standard break. It false hit, you know, it connects, doesn't really. He breaks my guard there with the beautiful key glass cannon, so I do have to give him credit there. I used to do that a lot in Xenoverse 1. I was kind of expecting him to go for a Super Kamehameha, or maybe even Soul Punisher, because I wouldn't, well, maybe with Soul Punisher I would be able to, I win by timeout. Like, if you went for Soul Punisher, since my stamina was broken and went to the Clash, I could have maybe broken his guard with a Heavy Smash, but if you went for a Super Kamehameha, you know, that would completely wreck me. So this guy picks Golden Frieza, and this is I believe this is just a play match with limitations on, so of course if it's going to be with limitations on, myself and my opponents will be set to level 50. Of course levels, like we just mentioned, don't take effect, and Super Souls don't activate, so it's great. And this is something that I didn't really notice about Frieza. I mean, I hope I haven't mentioned this before, because if I have I completely forgot, but with Frieza, oh, and I do get the audacious laugh off, you know, essentially at the very start, so that's very nice, but with Golden Frieza, not necessarily the super villain version, because I cannot remember off the top of my head what his moveset is, but just normal Golden Frieza, he has for one of his supers, as you saw a little bit ago, Crazy Finger Shot, which, yes, fair enough, it's not the best super, it's okay, but he also has Empress Death Beam, and I think that's strange because they're both essentially the same thing. Like, you could say that Crazy Finger Shot is a sort of low budget version of Empress Death Beam. It just seems a bit pointless having them both on because, you know, it's, well, I mean, I think with Crazy Finger Shot you can stop it whenever you want, whereas with Empress Death Beam you can't. He goes for Empress Death Beam there. Yeah, I did try and break his guard, even though his guard was broken. Like, just instinctively went for the Heavy Smash. I mean, it worked, I guess. He goes for another one here. I literally cannot do anything. You cannot vanish out of that, and even if you could, I almost have 2 bars of stamina, so I could, but yeah, that stung. That really stung. So there I go for another light stamina break, thankfully, and I believe from this point now it's going to be game. I'm charging up my basic charge key blast here. Yes, I am almost defeating. Just go for a basic combo here, swing kick, and that is enough to finish that guy off. Yeah, I mean, that was quite a short fight, but that could have really turned on me, like, you know, that click. Okay, so going to the what, like, 4th fight for this video. I believe this guy picks. Oh yeah, it's yeah, this guy. Jeez. Okay, so again, this is a play match with limitations on. So with this fight, I don't think he played cheap, but we had a few fights after this, and I still used this moveset, so just nothing but audacious laugh. And he had to use like a really bad Ki Blast Council Infinite. So even though like I was, well, okay, spoilers, I beat him in this fight, and I believe it was in the next fight. Actually, I think in the next fight we had, I think I won as well, or he won, I cannot remember, but in the fight we had after that, so the 3rd fight we had, he then used Infinite, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to use my, well, I actually used my cheap preset, but it didn't really work, because, again, this is a plan match with limitations on, meaning supercell effects don't take effect, so it's just kind of pointless, but I just used my normal limit breaker, and I believe I used also my Hyper Fist moveset, and that was enough to just destroy him. He didn't win at all when I actually used the moveset. So, but, I mean, yes, that did suck, but I do think this fight right here was really fun. So I go to the ground here to recover stamina faster, and I get a very nice pepper block up there. That just felt extremely satisfying, so that was very nice. So yeah, I mean, this guy is weird. Like, forget the fact that in the fights he played cheap, which I'm not going to show by the way, but I just find it, like, I just found this guy's playstyle a bit weird. I don't think he's necessarily, well, he isn't the worst player I've ever fought against, of course, but right there he gets some very nice pepper blocks off. He can kind of predict, well, you know, when I'm going to vanish, but the thing is, it's like he's using stamina when he doesn't need to, in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, you could say the same thing about me, but the thing is, I have no evasive, so I need to make sure I don't put myself in a position where, you know, he goes for an ultimate. So there, he goes for the light stamina break, I block it, not pepper block. I mean, I was extremely lucky there that I didn't get my guard broken, because I had, like, what, next to no stamina, so I was very lucky that the, you know, just blocking the stamina break didn't break my guard there, so great. That's great. So yes, I've got max ki right now, low health and essentially no stamina, hence why I go to the ground here. And because I've already used Audacious Laugh on him, I've essentially got 5 bars of ki that's it's just doing nothing because I scanned this moveset earlier, as you guys saw. Right now, off the top of my head, I forget exactly what all of his attacks are, but I do know that he's not got an attack that will, recover his, slow down movement, his ailment, whatever. So it was just kind of like a waste. I mean, yes, that's what his moveset is, but I just found that a bit funny, whatever. To go into the final fight for this video, this guy, level 50, Mystic Flash. Well, he's level 50, I said playing match with limitations on. So he's got Mystic Flash and Super Ki Explosion, so that's very great, that's awesome. Because if I vanish, or actually no, if I vanish or if he just goes to Super Ki Explosion and I'm right by him and I'm not blocking, I'm going to get wrecked. So yeah, probably the worst 2 ultimates for this moveset. He goes for 2 Plunger Drives there. I want to say the second one was a bit of a, made like a mistake because it just felt like a bit of a mistake, I don't know. So here I go for the heavy stamina break. He smashes the arena and I do there by walking, great. So I go for Audacious Laugh, great, hits him. And again, I don't think this guy has got any attacks that will drain my ki or that will cure his slow down movement. So when I get max ki, I mean, or even right now, I'm not going to use any more unless I deliberately go for another Audacious Laugh, which I don't believe it stacks. So I don't know why I would try and do that. I mean, there were a few failed attempts. I think in one of the fights, I'm not too sure. That I already showed. I didn't even go through it once because I didn't see an opportunity to to use it. And there's quite a few fights where that happened. So I decided just to leave those out because it kind of defeats the point of the video if I don't use it. So there goes for the Puncher Drive into that very, that very popular to some extent Mystic Flash combo. I mean, don't get me wrong, it works, it's great. So here I go for the swing kick, and being completely honest, I thought, even before I went for it, I thought he had at least 2 bars of stamina, meaning that I would have set up for the swing kick anticipation fist, or the anticipation swing kick, whatever you want to call it. Go for the, break his guard, go for the heavy basic mouse and combo, because that's just going to do enough damage. But it's going to do the most damage before his stamina recovers. And of course I finished off with the basic charge ki blast, because that's what Saiyans have as default, and if you're playing with limitations on. I've got 2 throws here. Is it a bit cheeky? I mean, if you're going to fall for it, you kind of deserve it in my opinion. Like I've mentioned this before. Today I fall for the burst rush, and of course he's going to go for it again. So I bait him, I rush into him, fly away and go for the homing dash or burst, whatever, and that's enough to finish that guy off. So that being said, guys, thank you ever so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.